Okay. Sorry. All right. I had to remove my face and stuff like that because it's just easier that way. Um, I was asked to do this to show um the builds that I've been using by a friend of mine. I thought I'd show the 5 top builds that I always use. One of them, a couple of them, I still need to tweak, but um, yeah, they're nothing special. But the first one's gonna be a healing build. I got it from a video. I've been using it lately. It's actually really good. I want to tweak it a little more so I can survive more. I haven't really tweaked it because I've been playing a lot, so I haven't really gone to tweak it when I wanted to. But this is the build right here. Uh, so it's all support, nothing but support. So that's why I have the paralyzed sword and shield. I also have a hunting horn to do the buffs and stuff like that to help with status effects and stuff like that, and status elements and all that. I haven't used it too much, so I'm not used to it, but I still used it. I've got this is the armor. Uh, Lengo, probably butcher that. The B for the wide range, and then maximum might with the Ray Sandmail. Yeah, Sandmail, and then the Guardian, Arkfield, and then Gore, both the boots and the waist for the antivirus, and then of course the perks for it, Constitution, gem slots. I did the A for that one, but I might switch to the B because I can always put a Constitution charm in it, but whatever. And then I did the exploit charm because I do want to do a little bit of damage at the same time. This literally support, so but these are the charms that I've been using. Like I said, I'm gonna tweak it a little. I might change some of this armor to some of the armor that will help me survive a little bit better, and that does like Arkfield's armor, where you stab a wound, heal you, and stuff like that. I might swap it out with some of that. I'm not too sure. I haven't really tweaked with it too much. I just kind of left it alone and just kind of haven't done anything with it yet. But this is the stats, and these are the gem slots. And once again, this is the. I'm trying to go as slow as possible so you can see what I've been using. But it's this gear right here. Also, like I said, shits and giggles, I put a hunting horn for the extra buffs and stuff like that. That's the gem slots. Those are the active skills. The one that I've been using the most, though, and I love the sword and shield, and I love the weed blade. So the one that I've been using the most, probably this one right here. This has been my build for a while now. But so I've got the blast for the shield, sword and shield for the damage, and then I have paralyzed for the weed blade because I like the paralyzed status effect. It's really good. And then I've got Arkbills for the gem slots. And then I've got the Gore for the evade window. It's like that Gore B with also the gem slots. I've got the Guardian arc build for, of course, the gem slots and the status, the equipment skill, which is the weakness exploit. And I've got this for the Gore for its status effect for arc build status effects. When you injure a wound, it heals. And then Gore's for, of course, the gem slots and its status effect, plus the antivirus. That's what I'm rocking the armor, and then the weakness exploit. And then with the gems, these are my gem slots. I put some part breaker in there to break parts because I like and that part breaker is satisfying. But protection, gems, and then the sheen for because like I said it's sword and shield and a wee blade build. It's mixed. So my skills with just the sword and shield gonna be this right here. Critical boost, speed sharpening, guard, weakness exploit. And then when I switch over, the flurry, divine blessing, antivirus, quick sheath, fade window, which quick sheath you don't really shield, but I have, like I said, I have that because of the weeb build. It's mixed. This is the one I've been rocking the most. This has been my go-to to have fun, smack the monster around and stuff like that. The next build for me that I've been using a lot of, uh, Charge Blade fan. So I have this right here, Charge Blade. This right here. So I have paralyzed for my Charge Blade because it's that I like the Charge Blade and it does proc quite a bit. And then I have Dragon for the sword, just the ones that you can make. And then I've got Build's armor, the regular, and then Gamma version, the sash, and then the Gamma version of Dark Build for healing elements, all that stuff. This is very like a comfortable build for me, because I'm somewhat used with the Sarge. I'm somewhat okay with the Charge Blade, but not the greatest. These are the gem slots that I've been using. The only thing that I recommended, I wanted to put in here was the shock proof because I have friends that use blades and then I hit it. So yeah, that's my gem slots, and then the skills that it gives is it's right here. It's basic, helps me survive, comfortable build, take a lot of damage, also recover a lot of damage. Those are my builds. Those are my top builds that I've been using. And sometimes I will kind of veer to wanting to use the bow once again, and this is my bow builds. These builds are nothing special, comfortable builds for me to enjoy. I've been using, the this bow right here. It's one of the ones you can make. Once again, I switch between all of them. It doesn't only have to be the thunder. I can switch. I can dragon, water, fire. It's just something comfortable that I have, just for being able to do a lot of damage. And then I have the sword and shield for like if I get my butt a lot with the bow, I go shield up that. I actually want to remove this gem and put place like I only have a few, but got arc builds. Both helm and chest B, and then Gore's B. Arc build again B, and then Gore's B, and then I forgot to do a gem. that's dumb. That makes me look like an idiot. Oh Jesus, I was an idiot. Wow. Just do Divine Blessing. I'll work on it later. But gem, whatever you want to put in there. But that's my gear for the bow build that I've been using. I have a lot of Constitution, and that was my main focus, so I can zip back and forth and not take a lot of damage, or can dodge repetitively and avoid the damage. These are my gem slots. So I got the criticals and then the KO because I don't know, I just think KO is really nice to put in the build for the slugger, knocking them down repetitively with the bow. I think it helps. I mean, it procs a lot for me. I'm constantly plopping them in the air or on the ground. The guard, of course, for the sword and shield, and then I replace the gem to get so I can have that critical. Then the flurry. I don't know exactly what flurry does, but I have 2 into it. I think it's the wounds, right? For it. Yep, see. Slightly. I like that with the bow. Then of course, like I said, destroyer, destroying parts. Physic. Wanted to make sure that I had a lot of physique because I'm always zipping around. And then a little bit of evade. Not a big bump and evade window, but there's 2 into it. And the 2 more physique and then tenderizer machine for the antivirus skill. Procs quite a bit for me. I think so. But those are my builds. Those are my top 5 that I've been using. And like I said, the one that I've been using the most is my Weeb Blade and Sword and Shield. That's the one I've been using. I've been having fun with both of them. So, yeah. But, and I forgot, I made a random build. It was strictly Weeb Blade with a hunting horn attached for the buffs. I haven't tested this one out yet. I actually am going to test it today. I have this is like nothing but heals and then procting the antivirus skill and damage stuff like that. I'm not a big on the information for like status and stuff like that to give you, but this is what I'm using or to give you like the price amounts of damage I'm doing stuff like that. But this is what I'm using as armor wise. I might tweak it a little bit to get different gem slots. Uh, this is the the gems that I'm using for it, and then this is what my effects are with. But I haven't tried this yet. I'm gonna try it, and like I said, I got the hunting horn to add the buffs. I literally, for shits and giggles, added this hunting horn in here so I can buff the hell out of myself and then go in and see how well I do against, like, Ray Dow or Arkfield or whatever and see what happens. That's literally the reason why I put the hunting horn. So it's going to be a shot today. I'm taking a shot today. I'm going to give it see what happens. But yeah, that's it. I hope this video helped out the individuals that want to see my builds, and I hope you all liked it. There's nothing special. They're just random little builds that I have that I use, and that's it. Yeah. So I hope you all have a good one, and I'm out. I'm gonna go kill Arch Temper to Ray Dow. Have a good one. All right, later.